Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to Data Tools. Today is Monday, August 18th, which means it's time for, say it with me, Deals of the Week! All right, we got a ton of hot deals. Quick explanation though, there's some sounds in the background. That is, let me see if I can pull it up here. That is my Bamboo Lab X1C Carbon, or X1 Carbon 3D printer there, going to town. We are working on, and that is the live shot of it. We're working on some projects inspired by the Quinn Master sets. You know, I'm not a big fan of the cases that they come in. I want to have something perfect for my full bank or for my 42-inch or the Yukon. So we're working on some custom designs here. Let me know if that's something you would be interested in. If you bought recently or already have some of the Harbor Freight Quinn Master sets, if you'd be interested in some custom designed socket trays for that, let me know down below in the comments. Anyway, let's jump into the deals because that's what you're here for. You're here for the hot deals. And brother, have we got them for you. Now we do have, I think we got one sponsor today. Let's cover that real quick. And that of course is Hoffer. They have their RGB gaming chair on sale again. Now this thing it's $169. Now there's a coupon price on it down for $148, but I've got a coupon code I'm going to put down below that's going to knock that down even further. This thing has all the bells and whistles. All right, it's got RGB lighting built into the trim of it, and it's not like little channel lights. These are big lights. Goes all the way down. It's got speakers built into the back of it. It's got massage features built in. It's got a footrest that slides out. This thing is insane. I don't know if there's anything this thing won't do. Let me get a picture of the footrest there. There's the footrest on it. Yeah, it's not your standard kind of chair, but if you want to have some fun, or maybe somebody's doing a little bit of back to school kind of stuff, this might be a fun one to add on for the kids, or even the kid, the inner child, if you would. All right, let's keep going. We got to talk about Wolfbox. They're on sale. Now we have dealt with Wolfbox in the back. That's easy for me to say, isn't it? And they have sent us products. This is one of them right here. This is the exact one. This is not a sponsored one. It just happens to be on sale. 35% off. I got to tell you, I love these things. I use them all the time. Let me see if I've got any juice in this one because, as I said, we use them all the time. Yeah, it's at 0 because I need to charge it. I used it for jump-starting vehicles. We also use it as a battery bank, which is why it's in the situation. In fact, even the USB slots are still up. I need to close that up. That's why it's in the state it is. The wife was using it for something. Well, she just got now her new one. We're going to talk about that one at the end. But I love these things. If you need a jump starter, is it the top line, top tier one? No, but it's not top tier pricing either. At $110, 35% off, you're getting a 4,000 amp jump starter, 24,000 milliamp hour portable battery in it. It says it'll do a 10-liter gas. I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but here's what I can tell you. I was able to jump start my my Ram 3500 Cummins diesel. Now it wasn't completely flat, but I was able to jump start it with this, and so that's saying something. All right, and then also we got some other options here for you. We have their new combo, which is the jump starter and air compressor all built into one. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he asked me about hey, should I get separate ones or should I have combined ones? Because usually when you get a combined one, it's not good at either one. And honestly, this might be the exception, and not specifically Wolfbox, just in general. Because first of all, now you've got one unit you have to track and maintain the battery of in your vehicle because you want to leave them in your vehicle, right? Because that's where you're going to need them. So this is one area where I would make the exception on it. Wolfbox, they make top tier, good quality stuff. 4,000 amp jump starter. You're getting basically the same jump starter and the inflator all built into one. Get the carrying case, all the bits, everything else there, and you're getting all of that now for $130. All right, that's a pretty smart deal there. Now, if you're on a budget, and I understand that, we've got the AC mount. We've talked about them before. This is their W160 5,000 amp, so they claim. A lot of these companies kind of bandy these numbers around a little bit loosely. I've always said AC mount is a good budget system. I would use it on any car, light truck, that kind of stuff. And by light truck, I mean like a half ton or smaller. All right. And then it's 70 bucks. So you're dropping down from what was the last one? It was 130, not quite half price, down to 70 here with the AC mount system. So I would definitely say if you have bigger vehicles, you want something that's a little more robust, you can actually spend the extra coin, go with the Wolf box. If you're on a budget, I think the AC mount is just fine. All right, let's keep going. We've got the Launch CRP 919X bidirectional scan tool. Again, this is one of these where if you want to do real diagnostics, you got to jump up and get the bidirectional systems. This thing's new for 2025. It's got 2 years of updates with it. It's lowest price in 30 days, 20% off, taking it down to $308. All right, then after that, we got don't call it a step ladder. It's a step it's a step stool. It's more like a step staircase as the size of the treads on this thing. Rated for 600 pounds, 13.4 inches wide. Don't stop doing stupid stuff to get things off the top shelf that you've stored up there and now you suddenly need. Get one of these, all right? In fact, I'm going to be grabbing one for my son over at college because the way his dorm room's set up, he can't use the ladder at the end of his bed to get up there because he's got a cat. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to be getting him one of these so he can get in and out of the bed easier and without killing himself. Currently, it's on sale. It's normally $47. Sorry, normally $56. On sale for $47. Coupon price. And remember, you still have to. I know they changed what they look like. You still have to check mark the box to get the coupon price. All right, that's gonna knock another $2.35 off. All right, let's talk about Best Arc. All right, this has been an up and comer. This is not. They're not in the same tier as any of the big names, or not even like Yes Weld or anything like that. But if you're on a budget, I mean, look at this. We got a 55 amp plasma cutter that's dual voltage that'll run. That's only going to run you $130. Now, granted, that's 41% off. That might be why, but that is a deal to jump. If you've been wanting to get a plasma cutter and you haven't been able to drop the coin on the usual prices on them, now remember, you're going to need a good size air compressor with this. Just make sure you look into that. But at $130, that's worth playing around with. Now, how about this? We got their 145 amp MIG welder. Again, dual voltage, which is something you're not going to see on most of these gasless flux core MIG welders. It's gasless MIG, lift, TIG, and stick, your typical trifecta of budget welder there. But again, 145 amp dual voltage, it's $100. $100 on that one. All right, now if you want to jump up something a little bit nicer, this is Yes Welder. And Yes Welder, again, is my go-to middle of the road kind of Goldilocks zone for I would say for high-end prosumer, value pro kind of welders, light duty small job kind of stuff. You're looking at a gas or gasless 160 amp multi-process MIG welder, flux core, MIG, lift, TIG, stick, arc, 4-in-1 welder. Again, dual voltage on this one. So you're going to be able to do it all with this for $160. All right, then we got the bigger one here. This one, we're going pro MIG welder here. Again, dual voltage again, 5-in-1. You got gas MIG, flux core, MIG, spool gun, it lift, TIG, stick. It's also got aluminum MIG capabilities. You will need, let me just emphasize this, you will need the aluminum spool gun to do that. It's not going to do that out of the box, but it has the capability to do that. And at $340, that's a pretty nice deal there. Then we got, I know I've talked about these before. Here's a 2-pack of them. You're getting in one of these little wall adapters. It basically makes the plug a little bit bigger. You're taking a 2-plug and turning it into a 5-plug plus 4 USB-A's, 1 USB-C, and it's surge protected. So all of that in one. These are $10 each, coming in 2 for $20. That's a heck of a deal. I love these things, especially for places like in our RV and stuff like that, where you can't have a cable with a power strip and all that kind of lying around. Also great on a workbench. You got one of those workbenches where you got the plugs above the workbench and you want to be able to add something like this without having the power strip come down and, just get in the way of everything. Get yourself one of these. All right, get a couple of them. All right, we got some 6-foot extension cords, 6 foot 12 by 3. That's a 12 gauge 3-prong, and it's got the clear ends. You know I'm a big fan of that. Let you know what's going on. These are coming in at $10, lowest price in 30 days. All right, then check this out. $449 $449 for a mini. I know, and hold on, I'm just gonna say this. I know it shows a lightning bolt over here. This is not an electric screwdriver, okay? Unless they've gotten one by me somehow. This is a strong magnetic, but it's not electric. It's a manual screwdriver, but it's got the knurling. Really, really nice knurling. All right, it's got the knurling in there, and it's got all the bits, all of it built into one. Nice little, precision detail, even on the go kind of screwdriver. 24 in one for $4.49. That's insane. Then we've got the Titan here. I've talked about this set before. Just your great automotive body hammer kind of thing. Not body hammer, automotive hammer, and general mechanics kind of hammer. You've got the cross peen, you've got the small sledge / engineer's hammer, you got the rubber mallet, you got 2 ball peens. You're getting all of that 15% off, down to sub $45. All right, next up, we've got trays on trays on trays. I use these trays all the time for small parts kind of stuff. I use it in my toolboxes. I use it in the cabinet next to my desk. I got all my little batteries in little trays like this. I keep, what else do I got here? I've got key fobs, I've got pens, I've got remotes, let me get that. Come on, let go. I've got my remote and I keep my spare glasses in that one. This one's got, they're interlocking, so I'm having problems getting them out. Anyway, they're great for organizing all your kind of drawers, whether you're having screws and stuff like that or miscellaneous stuff around the house. Get organized, all right? And at this price, lowest price in 30 days, it's $17 for 48 pieces. Just get some. All right, then we've got the Work Pro set. This is 8-piece flex head ratcheting, 9 to 17, no skip. Well, okay, if you don't consider 16 a real wrench, then it's no skip. Okay, it skips the 16, fine. Anyway, you get the tool roll-up bag. This is a nice little DIYer set. Honestly, 8-piece, flex head. It's got the 12 point on the flex head. I don't know why people do that anymore, but they do. And you know what? I even like the texture, the kind of a satin finish on these. Anyway, 15% off takes it down to $40. We got the Aero Micro wire cutters here, 5-inch precision flush cut streamlined handle. These are great little, I could just call them snips. They're great little snips for, zip ties. I do a lot of stuff as I'm doing stuff with 3D printing, trying to cut printer filament, stuff like that. They're great for that. All sorts of little kind of, even if you need to do a little work on your own nails there, you can trim some stuff off there with these. All right, then we got the under cabinet lights. I've talked about these a ton. Here's a 4-pack of under cabinet lights. Now remember, they are USB rechargeable. So you can leave them plugged in, or you can unplug and put them somewhere. They're magnetic, so if you put them in a cabinet, they just stick. They usually, I believe, come with some adhesive pieces of metal. Here you go. Stick on wood with adhesive metal plates. So they got these little, they're like smaller than a business card kind of little metal plates that peel and stick on one side. You stick it on like a wood cabinet, and then you can stick the whole thing to that. All right, and then that way you can pop it off. You can recharge it. Easy peasy. Or a lot of people, they just run a USB cable over to it and just leave it plugged in all the time. You do it however you see fit. $25, 17% off. All right, this one, the N-Ton Power, the desk power strip. I've been ranting about these power strips. I use them all the time. I have one on this desk. I have one on that workbench. I have one on that workbench. We just set up Duncan with one at his college. It's because you don't want to be crawling on the floor looking for a power strip. You want it right where you did. I set something down, I plug it into power. Oh, I got USB? It's right there as well. This thing's got a ton of plugs. It's got 6 plugs, 2 USB-A's, a USB-C. It clamps right to the workbench or your desk or wherever. Has a nice kind of like extendo kind of, I think of it as a phone cable, but most of you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's coming in at $28. All right, then we got the Tool Ant. I've talked about this one. They sent it to me. This is probably the best budget tap and die set out there. It's $160. I was just able to rescue some threads on a project there we were working on. And yes, they make thread chasers and stuff like that, but I've never found the need to have a set of tap and die and thread rescue, thread chasers, whatever. These have always worked just fine for me. And at $160, this kit is extensive and it's well put together. I really like it. And it's got the ratcheting handle, very much like the gear wrench set. All right, then we're over here, the 6-inch T-Talk one-handed mini chainsaw. This is, I got to talk about this because this has the built-in oil dispenser, so you're not sitting there having to drip oil on right straight on the chain here. So you got your oil dispenser built in. It comes with the custom gloves. You got to like that. Actually, I like these little screwdrivers. I kind of collect those things. You got 2 chains. You got the bar. You got the battery, charger, whole 9 yards for under $40. It's that time of season where, you know, trimming things down so they don't start blowing around in the fall storms and stuff. Time to take care of that and get it under control. And at $40, it's worth doing there. All right, then we got the Mestech home inspector tools. You got a GFCI outlet tester. You got a moisture meter. You got a non-contact voltage tester, electric tester kit. You get the batteries and everything, and plus the case it all goes into. So all your little testing and stuff that you're going to do around the house, or like around the RV or at the cabin or whatnot, this is a great one. It's $60, but it's on sale. Again, coupon price. Come down here, clip your coupon. That's going to knock $12 off the price of that. All right. Next up, we've got the Makita. This is your buy it for life tool of the day. The limited 12% off. I get it, but this is the 3 1/4 inch planer. And anytime you can get any percentage off, 12% for Makita is a pretty decent sale. So taking this down to $237, this is a heck of a tool there for that price. All right, then we're over at the Fantic C8 Nano electric cordless scissors. This was sent in by a viewer. He's got this. He says he likes it. So, you know, always been pretty happy with the Fantic stuff. With the build quality has always been top notch. Look at it's got USB charging, which is I don't know why everyone else can't figure that out. Should always be USB-C charging on everything. It's $70. Coupon price on it. It's going to take it down to $52.49. Get my mouse over here. Come on, I can do this. There we go. Get my mouse over here, and you're looking at a $17.50 coupon. All right, then we're over here at WorkPro. Now, let's talk about WorkPro real quick. And let me round these up here, because I mentioned them. I think I mentioned them last week. So we've got these, all right, which are just like the stainless ones, except they're painted with this bright green color. And they've got the little push button right there, if you see, which allows you to flipper it. So single hand deploy on that. See, this one's so new. They sent this to me. I still have the plastic little protector on. Let me get rid of that. This is smooth. I like. See, I love that because that way if I'm holding something, I can pull it out of my pocket, single hand deploy, and go to work with it. Pro tip, and I don't know why a lot of people don't know this. If you're cutting a box and you're worried that there's stuff inside of it that you could cut through and cut it, which you should be thinking about that, you just do a little pinch grip on the razor, and then you just have that basic little sharp fingernail, and you can go in there and you can just trim it down. I've taught all my kids that, and somebody saw my kid doing it the other day. What are you doing? He explained it to him. He's like, oh my gosh. He's like, that's so simple. Why didn't I think about that? I'm like, yeah, why didn't you think about that? Anyway, point is, so we got these, and then we also have, let me pull it up here. We also have the next one, which is the one with the G10. You know, I'm a big fan of G10 handles. All right, they have these all in different colors and stuff. This does not have the flip feature, so you have to deploy it yourself. I know, so plebeian to have to deploy it like that. But good grip on it with that G10, and as I said, I love G10. And then the next one is this one's kind of silly. It's my daughter already snagged one. She's like, ooh, camo, she snagged it. I'm like, you're never going to see that again because it's camo. And these things are easy enough to lose as it is. What I really need to do is make it hard to find. I mean, I guess I could use it when I'm out hunting so the deer don't see me by my pocket knife. But here's the deal. These are already fairly inexpensive, all right? We got $16, coupon down to $14.39. This one's $10. And this one is, was it $16 down to $14.39 again? Well, and I don't know if it works on all three. I think it does. WorkPro sent me a coupon code because I pestered them, and they sent me a coupon code. It's going to take not 10, not 20, not 30, 40% off. Coupon code down below along with all the other links and everything else. All right, let's keep going. All right, we talked about the camo. All right, DNA motoring replacement heavy carbon steel hacksaw blades. Again, sent in by a viewer. I don't really know much about these. Apparently they like them. 12 by 1/2 inch by 24 tooth. Lowest price in 30 days, $4.60. You know, and there's a lot of other things to use a hacksaw blade for than just put it in a hacksaw. There's a lot of little hacks. Hacks, you get it? Because it's a hacksaw. Come on, keep up. All right, we got the Fluke 15. Was it the 15B Plus digital multimeter? This is a good. I mean, Fluke, of course, professional brand. This is just your good generic, all everyday use kind of multimeter. 15% off, down to $110. Then we got DeWalt T-Stack. Now, if you haven't been around the channel, I'm a huge fan of the DeWalt T-Stack. Now, it's kind of gotten phased out. Craftsman kind of picked it up, and they have something called the VersaStack. They're the same thing, all right? They are interchangeable. The only problem is VersaStack's red and black. This is yellow and black. Kind of gives you that kind of ketchup mustard kind of effect. I did a whole video on it. At the price point these are compared to everything else, you can get over the color clash, all right? That said, best beginner entry-level stackable system, bar none, when it's on sale. And brother, it's on sale, okay? So this is your small parts organizer, and these all interconnect together, stack up and everything. Small parts organizer, it's normally $32. Let me pull it up. Normally $31.23, on sale for $21. Coupon price, taking it down to $17.84. But we're not done there. We've got the single deep drawer here. Normally $37, on sale for $32. I paid $32 for mine probably 6 or 7 years ago. All right, here's the dual drawer. It's normally $35. It's on sale for $32. I use these around my shop for different parts areas. Like next to my air compressor, it's got all my little fiddly air bits are in one of these. And it just lives right next to my air compressor. I got another one that is a sanding station. It's got a bunch of different sanding discs and stuff in it. You can do it however you see fit, but for a 2-drawer system in any other line, you're going to pay double, at least double that price, if not triple. And that's $31.44. How about this? The basic top toolbox here. It's got a hand. By the way, it's got a handle on the top, and then it's got a handle on the front, so you can carry it luggage style or briefcase style if you want. So either or, and that is normally $23. It's on sale right now for $19.54. How about this? We got the milk crate with handle. This is a great one for $28. Normally it's $38.58. It's on sale for $28. That's a great price at $28. But we're not done. Coupon price, we're stacking it, taking it down to $23.79. All right. Even if you're not in the DeWalt T-Stack system, just the milk crate alone is great for sorting and organizing. All right. And then we got the box with wheels. Is it the best box with wheels out there? No, but it's darn well good enough for your entry-level DIYer kind of stuff. Heck, I use these things as luggage when I travel. I usually drive my pickup truck or my big SUV. And rather than getting there and having a bag for this and then stacking I just get out, I go click, click, click. The bellhop's like, do you need any help? Nah, dude, I'm good. Just walk on in. It is the best way to travel. Yeah, I'm that crazy old dude who's got his systems in place. And yeah, and you know what? Makes me happy. All right, so this one, normally $118, on sale for $71.60. Coupon price, bringing us down to $63.74. So you could build an entire stack of this for well under $100. That's half the price of any other stack system out there. All right, then we got at least the good ones. I'm not calling the generic cheapy ones. Here's the big box. The big box for accessory for all the storage, normally $33.88. It's on sale for $31.44 again. All right, now we're over to power tools. We got the Craftsman V20 pin nailer, full kit, battery charger included, 10% off, taking it down from $260 to $233. Still got a coupon. We're going to double stack this, taking it down to $210. All right, then we got the double kit here. This is giving you the drill driver and the circ saw. Now, this is one of the smaller. I think it's the 6.5-inch circ saw there. And you're getting 2 batteries with a charger, though, with this. The 2 battery and charger makes this just a sweetheart of a deal, coming down 37% off the list, down to $139. All right, then we got the Metabo. Again, I would honestly call this a buy it for life saw. If you wanted to kill it, I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you can handle it. I believe in you. But for the rest of us, this is a buy it for life saw, 7.25 inch. This is your standard right-facing everyday driver. It is the Honda Civic of circ saws, all right? It's just going to run and run and run. There's nothing flashy about it. There's nothing exciting about it, but it's going to get you to work every single day for $78.98. All right, then we got the Bosch. This is the Mercedes-Benz, folks. This is the big old HEPA filter dust collector. Don't call it a shop vac. It's not that, all right? This is designed to be connected to, equipment for dust collection. It's higher end, and that's why I'm including this for the pros. It's $529. That's 12% off. Then we've got the Bosch dual mode 5-inch random orbit sander. This thing is within spitting distance of the Festool kind of sander out there. This is a fantastic sander here. It's coming in at $260. That's 18% off. Now, how about this? This is a generic, it's from Autolock, but I've been hearing from a few people these days about this. I don't know if someone lost their patent or what, but a lot of these clones have been popping up lately, and all I've been hearing is good things. Now, if you've got one and it didn't work out for you, put it down below in the comments. I always want to hear feedback. In fact, if you tried a new tool, my email is below in the comments. There's the links, not the comments, in the video details. You go down, there's the links, and then a bunch of other blurbs and stuff. And then down at the bottom is almost every email or every video, I can talk, is my email. And I absolutely love hearing from people. And I know people think I'm joking about that, but I collect this data. All right. And that's why it's not just me testing. I have input from thousands, tens of thousands of people. Then that's how we share this and we build the community and we get smarter and stronger together because of that. All right. So you're looking at 143.48 on that one. Then we got the Hupar laser distance measurer. This is just your little zappy thing. It's like, hey, how far is it from here to there? How far is this? Great for estimating rooms, checking, bigger distances, that kind of stuff. It's on sale, $31.18. That's 22% off. Then we got the Skill. Unfortunately, only one of the 12 volts here today, but it's the Auto Hammer. If you want to have some fun, you're trying to nail stuff in small, tight places, this is the tool for you. Or if, let's just say, maybe your elbow's shot. Maybe it's, you're getting on in years and you can't swing a hammer the way you used to. This will get the job done. It's really a unique tool, $79, and you're getting the battery and the charger with it at that price. That's insane. All right, we got the Pony Express here, the Pony Heavy Duty bench vise. This is just your standard 5-inch bench vise. It's got a 4-inch opening. It's got removable jaws. It has the pipe jaws in there, but they're not removable. It has some soft jaws that comes with it. That's nice. You don't normally see that. For $90, they're 10% off, lowest price in 30 days, and you're getting prime shipping on what it consists to be a boat anchor. So they had to build that into the pricing. All right, then we got the Hurricane 1000 volt insulated electrician screwdriver set. This is a great DIY homeowner kind of thing. You get the handle, and then you get all these slotted screwdrivers here, fully insulated to build into the thing with the case. Rather than and I get it, as a pro, you're going to want all separate tools. But for the DIYer who's only doing occasional work, this is a great solution for them, all right? Coming in at $20.14. And look at the reviews on this, 4,735. That's not a small amount, and there's not a fish hook in sight on this product. This is a no-brainer. All right, then we got the Tamaris hex key set. This is just a nice, clean, basic hex key set. You're getting Torx, you're getting metrics, you're getting SAEs, you're getting the little handle thing. I've never been able to get these handles to work right. They always feel a little bit off. Maybe this one's different. If you've tried it or you like it, let me know. I do like it. It has the end. I've always seen it as the T. I like the end axis on it. That's probably a little bit nicer. Get a little bit more leverage in there and not worry about, ripping yourself up with that handle. For sub $40 at 25% off, seems like a good one to go with. All right, then we got Knipex. This right here, this is your electrical set. You got the side cutters. You got the high leverage pliers. I wouldn't call them lineman pliers, but they're in that category. They even have the fish tape puller teeth. That's those little teeth there in the middle for pulling fish tape. And you got the wire strippers. Nice Knipex wire strippers. All of those. You got triple set. They're coming in at $96.95. That is honestly, according to my price tracking, the lowest price it's been. It's not lowest price in 30 days. It's just lowest price. And if you love Knipex the way I do, and you should, that is a must-have set right there. All right, let's talk about DeWalt. The DeWalt 5-gallon Stealth Sonic. Apparently, I complained enough about my wife stealing my other one. I have the yellow poly. I think it's like a 6 or 8-gallon one. Apparently, I complained enough that DeWalt heard me, and they just sent this to me. And I got it unboxed over there. Haven't tested it yet, but I'm thrilled. It's a little bit smaller, which for all the stuff I have going on here, I need something a little bit smaller because I don't have the room for a big system, all right? But this is coming in at $136, and let me tell you, if you've not used a Stealth Sonic system, you are missing out. 50% quieter, at least. At least, like you can have a conversation in the room where this is running. You're not bleeding from the ears or anything like that. It is a game changer, and you hear people talk about that all the time. This is one of my I told you so tools. I get people who email me probably 2 or 3 times a month. Somebody emails me going, you know what? I finally tried the Stealth Sonic. I don't know why I waited. It is as good or better. Often they're like, it's better, even better than you said. All right. And in fact, if you've tried one and you like it, put it down below so everyone else can hear because they're that good. That's how much I love these. All right. And then the DeWalt dust separator. Now, this is not, a lot of people think it's actually got a vacuum in it. It does not. All right. This is just the separating unit. So you take your wet dry vac, you plug it into this, and then that goes out to clean to suck up all the dirty stuff. It goes in the cyclone, and all the heavy stuff drops out, and a little bit goes in here, and then it drops out there, and a little bit goes into the filter. And basically, you never have to buy another filter again. It does take up more room. All right, it's 10 gallons. So if you compare, this thing is a 5-gallon. This is going to be twice the size of that. Anyway, 10-gallon cyclonic dust collector system from DeWalt. It's a limited time deal for $135. Just a ready to go. You don't have to put it together. It's got a nice metal canister. I think that's a great deal. If you do a lot of this stuff, that is definitely the way to go on this. All right, then we got the Greenworks 40-volt 20-inch twin blade mower here, coming in at 36% off, down to $245. And again, I was talking about the stuff, I did a whole video on the stuff over at Walmart. Look at this. $200, folks. $200. 40-volt, 21-inch, walk-behind push mower, 5-amp-hour battery and charger for $198. Again, it's that time of year. It's, as far as they're concerned, summer's over. Summer's done. They're looking at leaf blowers and mulchers and eventually snow blowers. So they're trying to get this stuff out, and they are dropping prices on them. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these deals as the season changes here. And then we got the Sims Life. Gotta love that name. This is a cheapo air conditioner. It's only a single tube. I don't believe it's a dual tube. I think they would shout it from the mountaintop if it was a dual tube. But this is just a cheap little air conditioner. It's $150. It's an 8,000 BTU air conditioner. Here's what I'm going to say. If you do get this, excuse me, if you do get this, go and buy some insulation. I like that bubble, basically the bubble wrap with the aluminum foil on the other side. Get that, wrap it around the pipe that's going out the window, and that's going to hold that heat in and not let it radiate back into the room. So you're going to get some efficiency back from it. But at $150, you don't want to buy a high-end AC unit for your old shop out there. This is a great one, or for an RV or for the cabin or stuff like that. This is a good budget little AC unit that's only going to get the occasional use, stuff like that. It's 8,000 BTU. And I know technically the dog days of summer are over. No one apparently told Montana because all this week it's supposed to be in the high 80s to mid 90s, which for Montana is hot. All right. And then we got another one if you want to step up because that was at 8,000 BTU. Here we got the 14,000 BTU. This one is we're almost doubling the size in one unit here. Suitable for 420-foot rooms, 5-in-1 function. It's $336. That's down from $739. You're saving $400 on that one. All right. Again, sent in by a viewer. He eyeballed this. He knows I love these things. It's the Ironton, whatever, 2-drawer tool cart, 30 by 14 by 33. All right. So be aware. These things are not super deep. All right. These are smaller carts. But what I love about them is they got the butterfly top. So you can have stuff on top and then like, oh, I got to get the stuff underneath it. It just butterflies open and you reach down and you get it and you just slide it shut again. So none of that flip top BS where now I can't open or close it. That's what I love about this. I wish they'd make it in a bigger one. That's the only thing I don't like about this is I just wish it was bigger. I wish Harbor Freight would come out with one. Harbor, I've been telling you for years that they need to come out with one. Anyway, it's $130. You're saving $85 on that over at Northern Tool. All right, then this got sent in from KBC Tools. I know nothing. I know nothing. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I'm German. I can say that, right? Anyway, SK 33-piece set. Apparently, they're clearing out some SK stuff. All right, this is the 12-point, and this is, I believe, all made in the USA, original SK kind of products. You're looking at normally $585. It's on sale for $234. We've got the wrench set here, 5-piece general maintenance pliers set here, not wrench, pliers, coming in down from $172 to $68.94. And we've got I love these screwdrivers, the Sure Grip screwdrivers here, $75 down from we'll call it $190, call it what it is. All right, now let's hop over to Menards. I'm not saying it today. Anyway, the Homika all-in-one cordless stick vac. It's one vacuum. You're not getting 5 vacuums. There's one vac or 4 vacuums in one vac. But it's on sale, down from $78 to $67, plus rebate takes it down to sub $60. For a cordless vac, that's a pretty hot deal. We got the Lubramatic heavy-duty mini grease gun, 3 ounce coming in for $2. I'm sure that'll hold up just fine. We got the socket bit set. It doesn't look like it's super robust. Again, all the Menards stuff is sent in by a viewer. I don't have Menards near me. $5 on this one. Then we've got the tool and bit set. It looks like that same screwdriver from that one thing. But you're getting a bunch of bits. You're getting some screwdrivers. You're getting the X-Acto knife. Not X-Acto knife, the utility knife. You're getting the case and everything on that. All of that for $5. All right, then we got, this is kind of nice, the Max Load collapsible mobile crate. If you need to carry stuff in and out from the car, van, truck, or whatever, that's not a bad deal. $10 on that one. All right, then we got the Performax 31-inch folding steel sawhorse. I would be careful how much load you put on that, but it's $12.99. And then we got the Estwing Pro Hammer 23-inch ounce, a little Freudian slip there. Rip claw hammer coming in at $12.99. Remember, on these models, they're not made in the USA. Just heads up on that. All right, then we're over at Aldi, because again, we don't have an Aldi here, but apparently they've got 2 or 3 colors of these in black, and they got other ones as well, of the little hand blowers here. I don't know anything about them. Again, sent in by a viewer. It's coming in at $20. Now, over at Big Orange Home Depot, check this out. We got the M18 Fuel Combo. You're getting the 1/4-inch impact driver plus the multi-tool, both fuel. That means brushless. Both of these, 50% off, coming in for $209. Ends in 11 hours as of filming. Then we've got the cordless caulk gun. And yes, I've given people a hard time about this. A buddy of mine has one. I'm like, seriously, how good is it? He's like, oh, it's really good. He's like, I use it almost every day. It's awesome. He's an electrician, and apparently he's sealing up stuff, putting it in boxes, uses it all the time. I take it back. Apparently I was wrong about cordless caulk guns. And we're coming in here at 57% off. This is the M12 line. So you're getting 2 3-amp-hour batteries, which basically that's the price. Basically you're getting the tool for free. You're paying for the batteries. That's what's going on here. 11 hours and 7 minutes left on that one. Then we got the Ryobi. I bought one of these. Actually, I bought 2 of them some time ago. Gave one away to a buddy of mine. Kept one for ourselves. I've done a few jobs with it. I'm not a fan, but if you're in the Ryobi line, you're like, at least I've got a ratchet that I can use. The head does rotate 360 degrees a la, what was that movie, The Exorcist? So it's got the Exorcist function built in, so you can get the head and get out of the way of the big toe there on the battery. And most of these, are 12 volt. This is 18 volts, so you're getting all the power in the Ryobi, all right? $159, you're saving 68%. You know what? Just buy it for the batteries. get a free, more than free. You're probably paying for 2 batteries and getting a free battery and tool on top of it. All right, now we got some bonus stuff here. We got some generators. We've got the big boy Westinghouse 12,500 dual fuel remote electric start. All right, it runs on gas or propane. It's 12.5 starting on gas. It's 11.2 starting on propane. 9,500 running on gas, 8,500 running on propane. You're looking at a price 28% off, taking us down to $900. Now, if you want to go electric, this is the brand new, just came out from Anchor, and it's already on sale, down from $2,600, 35% off. This is the big boy system they just came out with as far as the biggest portable system. 3,072 watt hours, 6,000 watt output. It can hook up to your home. It can hook up to solar. It can hook up to an RV. It's got all the ports you need on it. It's expandable to 24,000 watt hours with external batteries. That's a heck of a system there for $1,700 on sale. But if that's still too much for you, then we can go over to, I know it's not pronounced oops. It's, I don't know. Oops. They spelled it that way. That's what they get. 3,600 watt, 3,072 watt output, 7,000 surge. It's practically the same thing. It's just a little cheaper build construction. It doesn't have all the smart features in it. I don't know if it's got an app. Oops, I don't know if Oops has an app. I need to take a look at that. Anyway, but look at the price. You're looking at $1,400 versus $1,700. It's, I don't know, your call on that one. Now, if you need something smaller, the Anchor Solix F2000, my favorite go-to. This is my camping one. Anytime I go camping, this is my default one I take. It's got the wheels. It's got the nice light on it. It's got the RV plug. It's got a 2,000 watt battery built into it. It can do 2,400 watts of solar. Of course, these are all LiFePO 4 batteries on it. This thing's $1,000. That's insane for $1,000. And then Oops is like, oh, really? Well, I can do a 2048 watt hour battery here for $849. So you're $50 less. You're getting, I think it was that got 4 + 1, 4 + 1. You're getting about the same outputs on it. That looks like the Anchor's got a few more USB battery or USB ports on it. And this one does not have the wheels. So your choice on that. Then we got the Oops Mega 1. This is a 1,000 box, and it's coming in at $450. I can't believe how cheap these things are getting. All right, and then this is the one the wife's been taking everywhere, all right? Before, she would carry this thing around. Now I got this back because I got her one of these. And this, everywhere she goes, she pops down, sits it down, plugs her phone in and whatnot. Other people plug their phone in, and when it gets towards evening, she pops the top up. It's got a little lantern on it. $80. That's half price. Well, 47% off. All right, that's an insane price on that. I can't believe that. All right, and then we've also got, I got to include it. So my son stole my microwave. We just sent him off to college. We're looking for a cheap microwave. Couldn't find him. I'm like, fine, take mine. So I need a new microwave, and I'm thinking Black & Decker, right? I don't know. Do you think I should get the Black & Decker, or should I get something else? I've been really pleasantly surprised, if you can get it on sale, with the cheap Black & Decker appliances. They're inexpensive, but they seem to be made pretty solidly and do a great job. I've got the rice cooker. I've had a coffee maker. I had the electric kettle thing. I've been happy with all of them. So let me know what you think, all right? Thanks again to our Spencer. Thanks again to our sponsor, Hoffrey, with the gaming chair. Be sure to check them out. Links to everything is always down below. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.